pots.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're gonna be looking at small blinds. Well, the small blind strategy overall between 20 and 30 big blinds. So 20, 25, and 30. So let's get started. What do we do with this wonderful 6-4? William?
Little limper.
Alright, and then what? We fold?
Little folder. Do you call 6-5? Do you call 6-7?
I think you're supposed to.
This one had pretty bad EV. So
But we
6-5
fold.
doesn't quite get there, but 6-7 is the bottom. Probably the deeper you are, the more this will creep in there. But never 6-4, I would think.
Think we could go either way here.
Mainly open. Mainly open with the 6 through 9,
I
I
don't
think.
think so. I think it's mainly limp. But let's see.
Limp the wheels.
Not mainly open.
Oh yeah, you can jam too. Maybe you jam like, the 8 and the 9. Yeah,
Okay. 25. Okay. Any push? Then I guess we're supposed to call here.
yeah, in theory. Or not. Wait, what? So we can open jam, but we raise fold, okay. Interesting. Oh, right. Well, that's, okay, so, so the 7, 8, 9 are open jamming. The middle, like, where the line is, right? And then below that, you raise fold. That makes sense, cuz that's normally how it works. I was thinking like in game, I'm just gonna fold, but, I don't know, we have an ace. Oh, a fun one. This is for
Oh.
you, Louis.
I would limp here.
I think it's a pure raise 3. And then call the jam.
Huh. Calling the jam seems insane.
I know, right?
Right, so it doesn't wanna limp. Really
10-9
weird, though.
suited will always be burned in my memory here. Cause I misplayed it in the cage. Well, not really, but I just open jammed it.
Kinda weird. But okay. We raise. Alright, we get this flop.
Check. Marginal made. With a bad draw. Out of position.
Okay,
I guess you could start merging it with like a little bet of 1 or 2. I would just check. Cool. So he checks back, which is great. One of the higher pairs on board pairs, which is great. It's a heart, which is great. Therefore, check.
oh wait,
We're still just trying to get to showdown here. And like, if we make our flush, we can bet the river.
Okay,
Maybe block now. Let's see, what can we get paid by? We could get paid by an 8 that played check back twice, like ace 8 or 8,
I
9.
think this is a pretty easy check.
He doesn't have a king for sure, unless he like is trapping us with top boat or something.
I think this is 2-10.
He probably would have bet a queen as well by now. We chop with every 10 except for ace 10. Definitely think you can block. Maybe ace high will pay.
Okay, you're right. You block any raise, but then what?
Oh, then you fold. Cry and fold. And be like, what do you have? Did you really trap me with top boat? La la la. It just won't happen very often in that line. Like, how are they gonna raise you? How can they really wake up raising? It's just not gonna happen. Fold? Limp? Fold? Actually, it's chippy V. I think it wants a limp, right? It likes to limp a lot of garbage, I've learned.
Yeah, it doesn't fold for sure.
This might be out of range. No, alright. Limp.
Okay, so aces we push. Right, the kings are murky. What do you see here? It's like 30% raising?
Around half, maybe. Well, yeah. If you,
50.
so like 15 jamming and like 30 of opening. I would say for the ones down there that are mixing, if you think your big blind is a little weak, a little tight, gonna fold more than he maybe should, just open it every time. If he's like sticky, splashy, a pain in the butt, just limp it every time. Or jam it. That's usually how I go about it. Or even the passive guys, sometimes I'll just limp it too, because you know they're not gonna really raise you unless they have a good hand.
Right, so really it's like offsuit fives. Starts from here.
The junky stuff you don't really wanna limp call. It's like a little too far down there to really wanna limp call it. Although I don't wanna limp call queen 7 either, but I guess I should. If they're playing well. Call a 3x, I mean, obviously not a jam.
So we can do 15% jam, 30% raise, the rest.
You were looking at 20. Now we have 25.
Uh,
You gotta be careful with your depths. Don't go jamming queen 6 for, 25 here. I don't think at least. Well, it's still there.
the difference, Kito, the deeper we are, the less we get to jam our offsuit aces. This part here,
So the
The
way
10
to
4
think about
block.
it from a range construction perspective is where your offsuit stuff drops off, your suited stuff picks up. So you can see 9-5 is a
My
pure
god, you're a
limp,
genius.
and 9-5 is a pure raise. It's the same thing with like the suited and unsuited aces when we look at the jam range where the unsuited aces drop off, the suited aces pick up. It's
You've
easy.
mentioned that one before. I never thought about it for this one.
Yeah, the boomerang shape picks up in the same way that your offsuit stuff drops off.
So say that again, Peter.
So where your offsuit stuff changes from raising to limp folding, your suited stuff picks up in the bluffing category. So 9-5 off is a pure limp here, and 9-5 off is where you start raising the suited side.
9-5 suited, yeah. Hey, Tim in
Yeah.
chat. I'll try to provide some voice for the chat today, if I remember. Peter dropping bombs here. I knew it was like the 10-4 island, like that's just my heuristic is like 10-4 suited and everything like 1 pip around it, 2 pips around it, like you raise a decent amount of that stuff, right? But I never kind of put it together that it's where, yeah, where your offsuit limping kind of, your raising falls off and you're limping and folding. That range is where you're raising the suited stuff.
Yeah,
Very
like
interesting.
there's gonna be an element of like short stack work that's gonna be like this too, where you're gonna be jamming
It's
on the
very clear
offsuit
now.
side,
It's
and then you're
board
gonna start
coverage, right?
jamming the worst suited stuff when you're short as well.
It's just board coverage. Okay,
Yeah,
makes a lot of
yeah.
sense.
It's both, I don't know, it's board coverage and also it's like, it just makes sense for those hand classes, what they wanna do. They're like a little, right, the 10-4 suited island, it's all too weak to limp and call a raise. It's too disconnected and junky with the bad high card. Then because of, you can't limp call and you don't like, you get yourself dominated a lot when you play limp and they check back, you're gonna like make a worse flush and stuff like that. Well, actually, you're never making them fold a higher suited hand, so that doesn't hold up. I was gonna say that's part of why you open it, right?
So
But
offsuit 6 and suited 5, and here it's
I guess you still fold
offsuit
out there
7
like,
and suited 6.
they're like, what do you fold out?
It's
Some
really,
dominating 3x, maybe?
that's really, really interesting. Helps me construct the strategy a lot. Hmm.
You raise 8-3, they fold jack 3-0, queen 3-0. Then if you hit trips, you're clean.
With king 4, we just ship it.
Yeah. There you go, Tim.
Not not so much.
30%. Oh, right into ace king.
So here you're like near the 10-4 block, kind of. You probably will raise 30%, 20%.
Mostly limp, I would say.
This one might just limp call.
Pure limp?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Limp
a little
call, not limp
smarter.
fold.
You're also getting a little deeper, 30 bigs.
True. My usual rule is two cards away, and here we're 3 cards away from 10-4. Like the jack is 1 from a 10, the 6 is 2 from a 4, so we're 3 away. Maybe we just pure limp.
This should be a pure limp.
If you had jack 5 though, I bet you that frequency goes up to like, there you go, yeah. You just wanna be 1 card away from the 10-4. Or 2 cards away, I mean. That whole
Why is
square.
excuse me, Dan, why is 10
Mhm.
for your benchmark?
Oh, you just joined, huh? You missed
Yeah.
the Peter knowledge.
Oh, my
Go
bad.
back and watch the recording, but the
Okay.
TLDR is like our suited raises pick up where our offsuit raises fall off. And where our offsuit, even like our folds start kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the area of the suited branch that we're doing a lot of raising. And it just happens to be that that usually falls around the 10-4 suited. So that's like my heuristic to
Okay.
remember, like where to find raising. I just think of 10-4, is it close to 10-4? 1 or
Awesome.
2 cards off, yeah.
But it's a lot easier than that. You just raise all these offsuit sevens and then all these suited six and low.
Yeah, but you're gonna start doing it too much, Louis. You're gonna do it with jack six by mistake.
No, I just limp here.
But it's a suited six and below.
I still have my little, I wanna limp all the suited ends from the small blind.
I think that's better than folding the small ones.
Better than limp folding, yeah.
Yeah, better than them folding, yeah.
So
And you
here
can
we
occasionally
are.
get them off some
I think
dominating.
I'm
stuff.
always betting one here. Also. You know how you're supposed to be checking 70% of boards here from the small blind? My only issue is, if you bet one big blind, it does like marvels. Right? I looked at my database this morning. And when I limp from the small blind and bet one on the flop, it's, my win rate is like 400 big blinds per 100.
Hmm. I
So
think you should check here a lot in theory.
GTO wants to check here.
Well, I
Well,
don't
maybe
know,
not
we'll
this
find
hand.
out, but
Maybe not this hand.
so you
But-
have no backdoor flush draw.
Range is
You
like
have a bad
70%
kicker.
check. I think.
So
Yeah,
if
but-
if you're checking here, are you ever check raising with this combo?
No?
You should, just because the six
Mm,
is both higher
I don't
than
know.
the three and the five.
The,
That's my
the
usual
reason
heuristic.
the
Well, that
reason for
makes sense.
betting and the reason
Go ahead,
for
Pete.
check raising here are going to be the same. The card that you have is going to the six is going to deny his continues at high frequency. And so you're going to be able to win the pot right here with check raises. So if you're checking, you have to check raise this combo because it interacts with the straight, which is his most likely continue here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. We unblock backdoor flush stuff, which,
You want to pay?
yeah.
Also, in GTO world, this might be a balance of frequencies, but I do agree with Louis that exploitatively we can do a lot of betting here with air. Because people will not follow up with king high or queen high, which GTO says they should.
Mm-hmm. Hard to have pure air here too. Like 9-8, I guess. Still have backdoor straight stuff. Like anything
Have
you
king-
stab here, you
king
have
high.
some backdoor stuff. Yeah, then you hit a king.
Mm.
Easy. Like you always have some equity. Usually I try to avoid like betting one with when I have zero prospects, but it's hard to have zero prospects here. But yeah, the stuff that's good enough to try to navigate to showdown, maybe check call. Like ace four makes a lot of sense to play check. 10-6-0 garbage. There's the stuff with absolutely like very minimal prospects. You need to run out a backdoor straight or hope your 10's good if you hit it.
And now you have to check.
No, no, no. Oh my goodness.
Wow, bet big.
We started going for the value line. We gotta proceed with the value line. Ooh,
Once
got
he
him
has
off
the
his open
straight,
ender.
yeah. And he just called it straight, right? He didn't shove. Okay, well,
He
actually,
didn't have a straight.
You did on the river.
He had a straight draw.
oh, yeah.
The nine's a brick.
So here
Overbet
offsuit
makes
seven,
sense.
it's a very heavy raise, right?
With the nine, maybe?
Towards the bottom.
It's not the nine, it's the seven.
Okay.
Hands that are closer connected along the pair axis, so your suited, your offsuit connectors also flop pretty well, so they don't mind having a more robust limping strategy, trying to realize equity.
So we have a spade, so that's one reason to bet. Then we also raise king eye board when we raise pretty good, I think.
Louis, can you hear me on this mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we look at the last board for a second? Since a lot of our strategy on the flop is supposed to be checking. Can we just get a real quick sense of what our check calling versus check raising ranges are?
Hmm.
On what street?
Flop when
Flop.
we check.
Starting on flop. Because we check flop like a lot, right? Like majority.
Yeah, 70%.
Check, give him a bet. Let's see what his size. Probably one.
Yeah, then give him a reasonable bet, probably one.
A little two.
Nah, make it one. You're never seeing two in game.
Give him the one. The two is
Are
pretty
you?
spicy.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
So you wanna
Kinda
raise
linear, huh?
against jacks? And two pair. But not top and bottom.
It's okay. And it pretty much starts at like jack nine at high frequency. Yeah, we can handle this. Cool, thanks.
And then say he goes two. And he just hammers us. Then the turn was, what was it? A nine.
Nine.
Nine of rainbow.
And we check and then he hammers us again.
Full pot.
Ain't folding to him.
Easy call.
And then what was the river?
Six. It was the six. We're toast. He made a straight.
Was it six?
Yeah,
That gives us two pair, right?
yeah.
My
Just a-
question is, if he hammers us all the way, do we ever fold a jack to him? Cause I was not
Yeah.
gonna fold a jack to him.
Jack four, because that's the bluffs that he missed with. Right? Like when he's bluffing like queen four here.
Where did Jack eight go?
Jack eight probably check raise turn.
Hey, zero EV. Okay, but yeah, in general, you're not really folding a jack. That's what I wanna do. Matter what the line is. Line against blind, 20 or 30. It's gonna be tough to fold top pair to whatsoever, right? Unless it's a four liner or something. So we said we bet.
To a robot.
It's a king eye
but-
board, pretty good for us, right? And then we have a spade.
A bigger.
Ah, of course it's not a one, cuz we raised three, so it would be a bet small for me. But I would bet
So
maybe 33% here, but 75%. Why do we bet so big?
nut advantage. Who has pocket kings, pocket queens, pocket tens, and ace jack? We do. Who doesn't have
It's
that?
also a board where like, every turn, remember when we were studying button versus cutoff? Cutoff versus button? And we saw a board like this, we were like pure checking from the cutoff because it's such a like dynamic board where. Even though we have it smacks our range hard, but it also smacks their call range hard. They don't have many folds for a small size. And a lot of turns are gonna change the nuts here. Or change like, if you have king, queen now, you wanna mash in some money before an ace, jack, nine, spade, 10 come, right? Like there are a lot of cards that are not great and we're out of position. And then your
Yeah.
crap bluff likes to, one and done and get some fold equity too.
So we really need a spade to bet, kind of, or a jack. Or a king. Or a spade. Yeah. Why would you bet ace deuce of diamonds here? Just to bluff?
Yeah, it's one of the ones where, you have a clean out to the nuts with a jack. So it's like not pure nothing burger. And then you can make him fold a bunch of stuff that's ahead of you. Like, look when we bet this size, let's see how he replies. You get him off every better ace high that's not paired. Like if he has ace eight with the no spade,
Look how many aces he's folding. No hearts, no spade, no play.
so ace deuce can make all those better ace X fold.
Yeah, it's got a gut shot and an over.
He also folds a bunch of 10x. And queen X. Yeah, your overcard could be good too, that's true, like he'll continue some king, whatever,
Yes.
and then you just spike the ace. He called? Uh, hmm.
That's really bad because we emptied the bucket a lot. Flop.
Keep shoveling.
Gotta
Yeah, I
go?
think we gotta shut down.
Gotta
No, no,
go.
no.
Clip
No, don't jam. No, no, no.
uh,
This
I
is
would
like the
clip
biggest punt of all
or
time.
fold. Is it?
Yes.
Not sure. I
I
think
have
it jumps in
5
some
and
frequency.
Oh my gosh, no shot. Absolutely not.
Want to bet
It
on
doesn't
it?
feel like it would be a jam.
Yes, please.
You wanna check? Yeah,
How
okay.
much? Quick,
We
before you
might
place it.
find a small bet, but we're not gonna have a lot of jams.
Oh.
And
Oh,
oh my god.
why didn't I bet? Why
Wow.
didn't I bet? I'm
No,
so
no.
good.
My confidence saves me
That's
money once
crazy.
again. Let's go.
You saw
I'm so
my
good.
10-7. I'm always jamming here. Yeah, oh.
You're
shoot.
getting called by better pair, better draw. Like, I don't understand how he had jack of spades 9. Like, we had 0% equity.
Okay, but if he has, you understand that he won't have the straight every time, right?
He's gonna call you with like king of spades X. You have 0% against everything he calls, like, you're just praying that he has some like queen 8 of diamonds that he now has to fold. But
Yep.
our opponents fold that crap on the flop anyway.
The jack crap, they don't.
He's pulling jack 10.
They continue with a lot of jack
Okay,
crap and
jack
10 crap.
10, no spade. Yeah, alright,
Folding queen,
fair enough. There's one.
folding queens.
Mm-hmm.
folding kings.
Well, yeah, the machine.
Don't think people are doing that, but
People are stacking off with king 6 of clubs there.
What does he call that we're live against? Queen jack with no spade maybe?
Anything non-spade?
Yeah. Two
Yeah.
pair?
Yeah, like 2 pair no
We're
clubs,
live
straight no
against two
club,
pair.
or straight
Yeah.
straight no spade.
Anything non-ace, which means that our jack will be good. If it's
basically jam all the
reverse.
single spades here. Okay, that wasn't too crazy.
Wow.
King eight, we can raise.
BVB. I'm learning today.
Okay, so paired 7 is really bad for us. But king eye is pretty good, especially if we have a king in our hand.
Upper dangler too.
Yeah, but danglers,
Do you really think people would fold jack 10, no spade? I don't know. Sorry, I'm stuck on that hand. My brain is stuck. I don't know if they're folding that crap. Maybe it's fine. Alright, whatever. I'll think about it later.
If they don't fold, you have reasonable equity though. They have them
Yeah,
fold.
exactly. So,
That's small?
Yeah.
yeah,
Check or bet one.
I like one on this kind of board.
Check.
Wait,
I think we
why?
bet against the,
No, why check?
Way ahead, way behind. You don't want to polarize on a paired board out of position.
Can we
You
Smerald though?
wouldn't just a sec. You wouldn't follow through as a big blind there with aces high, with backdoor diamonds or hearts.
yeah,
But I have almost as many sevens as I have aces. Right?
No, because you
I
would
have-
raise the aces.
I
Oh
have a
yeah, that's
bunch of
true.
Kings too, right?
That's fair.
Because he's so short, he's gonna be jamming some aces. So he's
True.
gonna have less. He's gonna have a lot
More,
less
more,
ace high.
more sevens than aces. Yeah.
Here's a spot where you're way ahead or way behind a lot. So like
Mhm.
smaller check.
Maybe check's more prudent than Smerald.
thing is, when we bet one and he calls, I don't think he has much sevens.
Sure he does.
Some, but the
Are
worst.
you gonna raise a 7 on that flop?
He'll get value later.
Stacked-
He's in
stacked
position.
with- Yeah, like he just jam river if he wants.
Yeah, no rush.
He's just giving us the rope.
Right. Keep you wide, keep his
I-
range, perceived
thought-
range wide.
I thought his sevens with majority raise here. But no, they all call.
No,
Aside
no,
from
no.
his worst one.
No reason to fast play here. Rainbow board.
Okay.
We're in position. You don't usually fast play that much in position. Only if you're like mega deep or like multi-way or
You guys say check
very
here
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been converted. Let's check.
or one?
Easy call.
Easy call and hope he doesn't jam.
Do we
the river.
raise ever?
Why?
Cause we have top pair.
But like Pete was saying, way ahead, way behind. He either has a 7 and you're crushed, and why would you raise? He has a better king and you're pretty torched too. Or he's got some like,
I mean, calling
I
is
mean,
easy.
raising
that's-
only gets value from a heart draw, which you block, or a straight draw, which you block.
Yeah, but calling is the easy solution for me, but can we 10 value ways here with the king? That would be the tough choice here for me.
I would think about value raising with like king, queen.
Better kings.
Better king.
Okay.
Hmm,
Queen, yeah,
yeah,
but also. King five, king four, king three, king deuce. Why?
unblock more stuff.
Yeah, you really
value
want him
from
to have a
8,
hand
9.
like 9-8 here, where he's just gonna
Yeah.
have to go and river off. Having the 8 is bad here. Having the heart is probably bad too.
Looks like it's one of the worst top pairs, right? If you look at the EV. Comparing to all the others.
Mm-hmm. 8 and 9 are bad cuz his main bluff is 8, 9. He
What?
probably
is-
pure bluffs 8, 9.
Why are we raising a hand like king five off?
Because it's chopping. Right? It doesn't matter.
Cause it's under the six?
Kings and sevens with the 6 kicker, so king 5 is king nothing.
King chopping.
Okay. So we can no longer roll out. I see. So this is too good to raise? Well, not really, right? But
We
yeah,
start blocking the stuff that we want him to be bluffing. Check call. Kings and sevens with a jack. Maybe we get a chop.
and now,
God dang. Are you ever allowed to fold top pair?
maybe on a four of a flush.
The ones that were like the worst calls on the turn and now are probably also the worst calls on the river, like can you ever fold king eight, king nine with the heart?
Negative.
You can fold jack high hearts here. Can't fold a king.
I would never fold a king.
Just asking a question, you know?
King four off.
You're pretty low frequency because you're raising it on the turn.
They're calling all the sixes.
I'm just asking a question, Tim. I know it's a winning, very winning call. Against the machine.
Alright,
What is machine value jamming? Worst value jam on the river here? And then a couple bluffs here. Worst value jam, so every king, right? Is that every king?
It's jamming
Or
every.
what color?
Yep.
Some of those are not all in, huh? King
The
10 through
suited
8.
side, yeah.
it has a lot of sevens.
Sure
Okay,
does.
so protected with sevens here.
So
Top
do you see the
pair.
bluffs? 5 deuce suited, 9 deuce suited, 8 deuce suited. Are those all hearts? Or no, they can't all be hearts. It's gonna be a lot of crap. Can you hover some of them? Like 9 deuce?
Every nine deuce. Every 9-3. Every 10-5.
You think your opponents called you on the flop with 9 deuce here?
I don't know, but they certainly beat 9 deuce when they get to the river.
So like in game, I think I'm gonna let this one go based on what we just looked at there. That bluffing range, like, do you ever see anyone showing up with any of that? Like, they're not even floating flop correctly with this stuff that's supposed to be bluffing on the river.
I
How,
don't
how
know
are they
why
gonna
you
bluff
worry
if they
about
folded
this
the flop?
because most of the range was seven and anyone with a seven would have raised in you.
That's not true at all.
I think so.
You're tripping.
Anyone who raises a 7 on that flop gets immediately tagged fish.
Yeah. That's you, Louis. Fish. I'm for sure folding that in game. It's not even close for me.
This is a limp.
Yeah, and call.
This one's gonna raise for value at some frequency, right? Okay. Yeah. Heck, easy call.
Do you ever raise a seven here? Maybe not this seven, but any other seven.
On an A-side board?
Mhm.
Nope.
Probably not. There aren't any that have like backdoor straight stuff, right? If it was like ace, 8, 7, you might get to raise a little bit of 6, 7 type stuff with backdoor.
Oh, Queen 7's two pair. Right, yeah, Queen 7. That's it.
What about king 7? No, yeah,
No,
no.
I wanted to say, yeah, raising third pair is more of a thing deeper stack and with tighter ranges. So if this was like low jack, you could climb. then you can see some. Then like it counts as a bluff, but like a 7 is not a bluff for us. It's just middle range.
So you wanna pick wheels? Wheels with the backdoor flush.
Pretty savage, huh?
And thing is, if we raise here, we're like 120% or 80%, big raises. Kinda.
Kinda one and dunning it, hoping to get your fold equity now, and then if you do hit the gin turn, you're jamming it, or what? Like, what's the plan? If you raise the 4-3 of spades and you get the 5 of spades on the turn here, like, what are you supposed to do?
I think we're gonna go
Come-
hard.
Can we look after?
Well, you now
This
have
play-
marginal percent, right?
Here we just check again.
Ooh. So check on the turn, now we bet the 7. We bet every 7 here. Betting a lot, we're mostly betting after turn goes check.
Yeah, like the turn is so safe for him. He's never not betting an ace on the turn. So he has some queens and some sevens here and a bunch of trash.
He can have the 4-3 type of hand, right? That had the backdoor,
Dropish.
and
Total
now he
mass.
picks up a pair, checks it back. And we can bet one and get value from,
Yeah, like the rainbow 4 is the dream card that you want to see when you have ace king. It's like, oh, it's so easy to play.
Easy land.
Fold.
You wanna raise 10 5 suited.
Yep.
I would bet one. No, it's a, yeah, bet one because it's 3 and we have a spade. We have a 10.
Yeah. You have a 3 flush and a 3 straight. Find a bet one. You don't pick up any equity. It's time to give up. Mm. You bet one, no, equity doesn't complete. You would have some jacks here that you check back against the king, so you could probably bet 2.5 or give up.
Okay, I think we should give up. Cause we didn't pick
2.5.
up equity on the turn, so we don't need to bluff this combo.
No, but we would have some jacks that check back on the turn and some eights that check back on the turn when the king comes. So we're protected here.
yeah, I like the small bluff here when we play check turn. Cause it's like we probably, neither of us has a king that much, but like you said, we can have a jack or an 8. Go for a little blocky type thing with that. Fold out his flop floats.
Just a jam.
Easy limp.
Yeah. Well,
Call it.
Any jams?
What?
I think you jam the
No.
wheel ones, not the
Just
7.
the He-Man.
I think you jam 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think you open jam those a little bit too.
The aces for sure. I'm not sure about the kings now.
The savage king four suited open jam. Show it.
Turns the offsuit
No.
ones into.
I lied.
Yeah, jams the offsuit wells. Check, fold.
So limp raise
donking.
call.
Right? No donking?
I don't think
There
so.
actually are a few boards you can donk that are not intuitive, but I don't believe this is one of them. Maybe they're not intuitive. I take that back. I think it's 9 high stuff.
So whenever
Eight
it goes
high-
limp
eight high
raise
connected.
call, we check 80% of the time, and then the best boards are king, queen, paired high turn with a flush draw. High connected boards,
Huh.
2 high card and a flush draw.
Remember, it's an element of range construction. We're raising a bunch of our offsuit stuff, so we have a bunch less of that, and then we're folding a bunch of our offsuit stuff. So we're really heavily leaning on realizing our equity with a flush draw here. So we love the drawy hands. 9-8s, 9-8, 10 with a flush draw. Bread and butter for the limp defender. Definitely gonna call.
I'm gonna call, you say? Why?
Yeah, you're ahead here sometimes.
Okay.
And now probably check fold. You should check back a fair bit too. All right, gigs up, go home.
So, raise.
Have fun.
Oh my gosh, we have the nuts. What happened?
We
We
raise,
opened, they called.
yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
So my default would be to 2 big blind here, something like that. They, I realize there's a lot more sizes to it. We can bet
Can we do
big.
a little check raise here or like what? Huh,
Nah.
what's the optimal way to play this one?
Bet.
Big bet?
I don't know, I'm just going small. We have big bets. Right?
Looks like check raise is quite represented though. Just saying.
We do have big bets. It's small
Wow,
or big.
90. With king, queen. With 8, 6.
What's jack 5 suited here?
Back
jack.
door, back door.
It picks jacks and nines. So it's surrounding the 10.
Yeah, the two like pivots for all the straight stuff that can come in.
The 9, okay, yeah.
Any card between 7 and king gives jack and 9 a straight draw or a pair. Sorry, 2 straight draws. 2 straight draws. If an 8, 9, or queen come and you have the jack, Now you're either open-ended or double guttered, right?
Alright, so when we raise, we actually bet most of the time.
Oh, not quite.
I'm taking this guy for a ride. How much can we bet here? 67 or 11? Can we rip all the cookies?
Ripping seems pretty weird.
No, no ripping, right?
I don't know, there's a
Oh.
backdoor flush draw, ace, king ten, stuff to fold the
Queen jack came
pair of
in.
jack.
He'll have some better two pair now.
What is a hand like king, queen
Bro,
doing?
you might even go into check call mode at this point. Am I crazy? It is BVB.
Or
Maybe
check
I'm
jam.
crazy.
Two pair BVB, the nuts.
Alright, pink maybe.
I'm gonna
I
go
like pink.
67.
Yeah, pink or check. And again, like, what do we, if we check, is it check call mode? No, we're check ripping
I
it,
think it's
right?
check.
We gotta
I
check
think it's
rip
gonna
it
be a
for
check
sure.
jam. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Get it
yeah.
in against one pair or combo draw or surplus draw or.
All in.
Queen six?
What do we roll?
All in, no choice.
No choice. Don't do it every time unless like. I mean, when would you, do you just pure mix it or how are you gonna decide with that one? I feel like if it's a big spot, you don't wanna just ram it. This is chippy V.
It's easy, if I
We should
remember
look
that
at some
queen,
ICM stuff.
if I remember that queen six is a jam, I'm doing it.
Alright.
That's how I'm gonna mix.
Limp jam,
This one,
limp
huh?
call, limp call, open, like
I
you
think
could do
it's more of
anything.
a limp than anything.
Limp and punch it
He
off.
raises, we put it in, right?
Mhm.
Or
That's
call,
not,
I think you could do both, right? Or fold.
oh. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not king three. Okay. What do we do on this board?
Check.
King eye's just gonna try and get the showdown here.
Oh. Seven? So we don't have a spade. I guess we check. This is a pretty good board for a big blind as well, right?
Versus our raise. Should be folding the stuff at the bottom and our raises are polar, so we're gonna have a little bit of stuff here.
I think we have to
Well-
check a lot.
What we don't have is a spade.
So kind of board we check the most as the razor monotone.
Yeah, because he continues with all his flush draw stuff. Hence what I said, like, we don't have a spade here, so I don't like to bet.
It adds up. And then as you said, Pete, there's not much 6-5-4 board because we cleared that, right? He folds the bottom of his range.
Yep.
Okay. 5 pairs, has less fives. We go try to reach showdown with this king.
It's a raised pot. It's gonna be a little different. Hmm. We get better.
The
don't
5
know that we're gonna
pairing
get
is
better.
really bad for us.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get better to fold because ace high is all gonna have a draw. So I think this is just gonna try and get there to showdown. Good luck.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I might call here on some frequency.
Think that would be weak. Think you need ace high to go here. And then look,
I don't. I don't think so.
look at the size of his bet.
Yeah, it smells like a busted draw.
You beat all his bluffs here. Like, can he be bluffing with a better hand?
And he would probably check back an ace. That's my point. There's no need to bet an ace on this board.
But does he bet, king 10 here?
That's why I'm saying just a frequency, not full berserker.
The circle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think since we don't have the spade as well, I think I'm calling like 33% of the time.
Well, that's pretty good.
Hmm.
Leave house and king eyes here.
Nice.
Yeah, we're really at the tipping point. I mean, I guess it calls a few queen highs too. Calls queen 10, queen 9, so
Just the good ones, yeah.
That's a little bit wild. Majority fold with a 7 though.
Rip.
Offsuit 3. Offsuit 8, so we raise.
Yeah, you raise a lot.
Oopsie.
sure. Your pot.
Rip.
All of them, right? A little bit
Mhm.
less. It can
30
mix, right? It can mix.
Yeah, 30 bigs is a little too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Although EV is exactly equal, so it's not crazy.
It,
You can see
If
it's
you-
mixing ace-9,
yeah,
the sliver.
if this is part of like your 25 big blind strategy, it's just fine, right? And like, yeah, you can see here. 30 is just a little deep.
So there's a thin line,
Mm.
right? 25, it's like always, and then 30, it stops. Moves to a raising strike.
What does it do versus a raise after we raise?
When you raise and you face a re-raise,
Yeah.
Hold the hand. People don't population doesn't find enough re-raises that isn't
Well, jam. If you want, you can put jam here instead of raise.
not sure if I would do that, cuz. They don't show me much jack 7 when they raise me back.
yeah, it's pocket queens.
But I don't know, cuz I don't really call, so. Okay, an 8 here. I think that would be 100% pop.
So there's flopped equity, the 6 and the 8 is going to connect pretty well with his calling range here. He should bet a lot of 5s and a lot of 7s here. I might go for a check raise because we're deep enough that we're gonna have a hard time getting all the money in, going bet, bet, bet.
So you wanna go 6 or 7?
No, I want to go check raise here.
I think check raise is pretty reasonable because this is not like, this is like more of a defender board. So we get to say like, oh, we don't like this board. We have like, king, queen, we have ace, jack. And then, yeah,
I agree,
he
but
bets.
there's too many bad turns for us to be checking here. We're most likely to have the best hand now.
I mean, you're
Big bet.
basically just like, this is the problem with being out of position. Like, we can't just put all of our value in our betting line. Like, if we do, our checking line is wrecked.
The reason that I want to check is because there are lots of bad turns here. I want to check raise to reduce the stack to pot ratio to make our decision easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
pot it, Louis.
I would, thank you, Danny.
Yeah. You gotta
Okay.
pot it for sure.
There you go.
Big bet, it's an 8. We bet big
Yeah.
with most of our 8s.
I think checking with the ace kicker does make some sense when like blocking some continues. But it's just too good, I guess.
Alright, so we only have one side, right? It's
Yeah.
like merging everything. This side.
So if I'm thinking of a heuristic here, Louis, I think you're kind of right that like too many scary turns because the hands that check, like queens plus, have less scary turns. And they also unblock the 8, and so like they make it more likely that our opponent has the 8. So kings can check, either get a check call or a check raise in against an 8 comfortably.
Hmm.
75% pot across the board.
We blast, we fold.
Yeah, see, there's a hand. Like, if we check, he's gonna bet jack 9. We're gonna check raise.
Um.
Check.
Yeah, it's a good board for him, right?
Third pair, no spade. Very, very good hand to get to showdown with and beat ace high with. Well. That's not a great call for him.
So we bet it?
Think so.
Like,
Yeah, Peter, I was just trying to figure this out. It's not clear to me after we both check flop,
2.
like how a king interacts with our respective checking ranges.
I
But
think you bet
in any
2 or
case,
3 here.
we have two
It's-
pairs, so like let's go.
It's more
You're-
that he didn't raise pre-flop than it matters that we check the flop. The king's
any
bad for-
action is okay.
because we still have all our traps and he has none of his best kings.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're right. Yeah, we can have aces, kings, and ace king still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he doesn't have any of
Checking,
that.
checking a superior EV, but I don't know.
It might be one of those, it's checking back top and bottom pair, right?
I would wanna be out.
So now that we're in a betting line, we're just gonna, we're gonna give it to him. I think 150 is reasonable.
Can we have our jam?
2x
I think so.
pot.
JBV, I think so.
He's gonna give it to him. Oh. Okay, a 1/4%. So 6 is more reasonable. here. Hey, ace 5 suited, limp.
Call. Yep. You start raising at what, like ace seven, ace eight suited?
Yeah,
Bet for value.
we bet here. One.
Yeah, for value, even more.
What's
don't
the worst
really
hand that
wanna-
calls here?
I don't really want to bet this.
Tim, you don't wanna bet? Ace high, we take it to showdown?
Yeah, it's like
Mm,
we have enough juice that we can check call.
You will get value from a lot of junk draws, junky draws.
Kind of, but like a lot of them are like flipping against us, like Jack 8, you know, has live pair outs and a live gutter.
Yeah, but we can
Mhm.
bet plenty, right?
Yeah, yeah. We just started off saying value, and I was a little scared of the term value.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of
Well,
just like across our
it's not a,
range.
it's not a bluff because it's you're getting called by worse. So in
Yeah, I
in
think
the
on the
perspective,
flop
it is
it kind
value.
of like I think it's like value and bluff are tough concepts on the flop. I think a lot of the strategy's intention is to like give you good tools for future streets. So like, you want to have some 5x in your betting range. There's like board coverage and you want to have hearts and blah blah blah.
By the way, I think both of you guys play in the same casino. Maybe you should link up.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dang.
Hmm.
Easy call.
No.
Of course, not fold.
And I can win.
No, that's a bad turn. River.
Yep.
Fold.
Yeah, I think we can get this one up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yay. Oh my god.
Yep.
Gonna be a pretty attractive barrel, right?
This one we're gonna fit in our check raise bucket.
Okay, I can see it both ways. Yep.
Yeah, because like I think this hand is also one that if you check back is good to pick up the bet with, because you're gonna have equity a lot.
Yeah, so this is definitely a turn I want to continue betting with, but we can't go too big, right? It's a little awkward.
I think 4 is gonna be the GTO size, so like 83%. Set up for the river jam.
Yep.
And river punt.
And we have the nuts. Wait, whoa, 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 what are you clicking buttons for, dude?
SPR is one.
Yeah, but you don't just jam all spots SPR1, like four straights, four flushes, are often small bet spots.
At 64.
Because like,
Turbo
yeah,
check.
because like we want to get called by some like kind of dusty two pairs that he can get away from. Or heck, the solver might call us with some one pairs.
Limp or is it good enough to raise?
I'm sensitive to that because that is the thing I'm working on in my game of not jamming at SPR1, not too often. Trying to find spots where you're supposed to just like barrel medium.
Okay,
This is starting to find that range of value jams here. This is pretty close.
Yeah,
I might
but
limp
I'm
here.
happy. I'm happy limp calling Jack 9 suited.
Yeah, I might limp here and start value jamming at 2.
Like 8-7 suited jam, right?
And 9 suited. Easy call.
Okay, we could bet some a little bit.
Interesting seeing donks there. I think without any like suit action, that kind of inclines me to want to raise a lot here. At this low SPR. This is a jack that's not very excited to see turns and rivers. I guess my one question is this good enough? I think it is.
Yeah.
I
How
think it
deep
is,
down
right?
the rabbit hole are you raising your jacks?
I think this is about it. I think this is like the one. Jack 9 plus.
Jack eight, I think anything above the 7.
Yeah, maybe 8. I'm probably inclined to not do it. You know, I guess ultimately it's kind of like a ratio between how much worse versus how much better he has, and therefore how much we're getting value versus how much we're value owning ourselves.
So 7 big blinds?
Maybe, yeah. I was thinking about 5. They're both good.
And then wait,
Kind of a bad turn, but like spades didn't get there.
It's quite a bad card, yeah.
so anything above the 7.
Yeah, this should be okay. You shouldn't have a ton of queen X except when he has queen eye spades.
I'm not sure that we're checking here, Louis. I see you hovering.
Yeah.
I think we might just be putting it in.
Wanna jam? Probably good, right? Cuz we got
I
rid
mean,
of
against,
queens.
yeah, exactly. Against hands in range like ace-5 of spades, it's pretty nice to just put it in ourselves. Like, do you really want to check call and let him jam with ace-5 of spades?
I think that's a pretty strong play, cuz you have to understand we make him fold queens on the flop when we check raise.
Exactly. Like, he really only has like queen jack and queen X of spades.
We're just up against the flush draw and sometimes the combo draw here now. Or pocket kings.
Limp, start at king 5. And then we jam.
And punt.
It doesn't want to beat, it's 30 big blinds.
Too
Yeah,
deep.
now you're at 30.
Yep. Same as before. 20. Yep. 30 too deep. Yeah, it's not doing any of them here at 30.
So we limp. Well, we could raise, I think. No. I thought the offsuit 5 were all 3 raising and then,
No, remember, because we passed the torch over to the suited in the 6s and 5s region.
Yep. Jack 6 suited. Picking up. And fold.
Yeah, we can let this go.
ranges are so wide, makes it a tough spot.
Hmm.
Offsuit 5, we limp. So we,
Yeah, maybe just
no,
gonna
we,
limp.
it's a 7 we raise, we must raise.
No, it's the bottom card, the 5.
Okay.
Always think of your bottom card.
Yeah, this is a limp fold, right?
Yeah.
Or limp flop the second nut. Let's go.
Ew.
So it's an interesting one.
Not really the second nut, cuz there's all those flush combos.
There's a flush. We have like the straight. It's like
We
the
have
second.
the best non-flush, yeah.
All right, so this is put it in your check call bucket.
You don't wanna bet one?
I don't
Never.
know. I kind of
Okay,
wanna
Yeah.
well,
do some
tell you what.
Yeah,
quirky.
check call down.
If we look
I
at the
agree.
nature of the board, 6-4-3 hits him pretty hard as the big blind. And then monotone hits him pretty hard.
Dude, this is gonna be a pure check board for sure, right? Like,
Gotta be, right?
Monotone doesn't necessarily hit him that hard. He's got just like every combo on planet Earth. He has so
I-
much unsuited offsuit crap.
Disagree with
he
you.
ISOs a bunch of offsuit stuff.
Cause
that
when I
you
looked
can
at the
check back suited.
reports here. The boards that we check the most on are exactly like this one. See it? Like low
Those
connected,
aren't monos.
so I think it's because it smashes him. It's like,
I mean, I definitely agree with low connected. I'm just not sure that the mono thing is as strong.
I thought it was a lot of monos, yeah.
But like mono low connected mainly, right?
I don't know, P. I don't know, Tim. Cause he's the
Yeah.
blind, right? So. It continues with all the flush hands. But as a limper, we have as many. That's the thing.
That's the thing. It's like it's always weird blind v blind to figure out who really has advantages in some of these spots because like ranges are so wide. The
But
thing I've seen in other spots is that the like the pre-flop aggressor has an advantage on mono boards because we just have more ace X and king X in our range, which means we have more ace of spades, king of spades in our range, and those are extremely important cards that are going to have extremely big draws on all runouts all the way to the river, right?
But you see, there's actually a ton of mono boards here.
It gives you the nuts advantage, but not necessarily the range advantage, which means he
Right.
should have more bigger bets. But like on a mono board, like where we have tons of this too, like I don't think we're gonna face a lot of big bets here.
So he's not checking back with any spade.
Now you ram it. Or do you?
Two,
Two big blinds.
I would go for.
The mono board just can't go that big.
That's
Yeah,
right.
okay. He checked
Um,
back. What am I afraid of?
We go pot? Or
after
five?
I think we could think about pot after he check calls turn because basically we should have a polarized range that has value and bluffs. Nothing really changed.
10.
we're still super wide here though, right? We're in a limped pot where we have tons of garbage. We want to bluff tons of stuff.
Which means,
So the more we want to bluff, the bigger it needs to be.
yeah, I'm thinking between 100 and 150
10.
here.
I'll continue my theme of being too greedy. Oh, not too greedy.
What about ultimate greed here? No fear. We don't care if he
Ultimate
has the
greed.
flush. We just want the 7 big blinds. Fearless.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
Like my opponent yesterday.
hello, Roger.
Fearless.
Limp.
This is gonna be the bottom of the raising range. Maybe just a limp fold.
Limp fold.
Limp
Limp.
fold.
Ten eye rainbow. Who's got the best hands here? Us?
King high wants to get the showdown.
Huh? Good way to put it.
All your aces and kings are winning and just don't want to put any money in the pot. Nothing changes. Protected by having a bunch of 4s and 6s here. Your aces and kings and 4s and 6s. You're just trying to get to showdown.
Yeah. The spade. Alright, and then the queen,
Oh, you could just turn the king of spades into a bluff.
yeah,
I,
well. Think this would get an inside to fold sometimes,
sure.
or a
Another
bet.
king.
Offsuit five, is it call?
Check.
Do we ever bet here without a spade? We really need a spade, I guess.
Yeah, like you're trying to bet a zero equity hand with no ability to improve and very few draws. Like, this is just the worst. Uh 97% fold, 3% check raise.
Yep,
Yeah, like you have the upper dangler to the top card, upper dangler to the bottom card. Right?
yeah, but with no spade, with the spade, we probably almost have to do it.
We're gonna coin a new term, the double dangler.
The double dangler.
Sounds like some kind of weird sex position.
It's a hockey term. And you beat both defensemen by deking them. Double dangler.
You got to prank us and tell us it's like a Canadian slang.
It is. It's definitely puck block.
I thought it was a PLO term.
Okay, so this board is
Go
pretty
snipe
good
and
for us.
Sally. We're gonna make a milli.
Yeah.
I would go small.
Yeah,
We have the upper dangler to the pair card, we raise pre-flop, have the advantage on these kind of boards. So we bet.
Paired key card in position.
I would wanna have a spade in my hand to bet, but I think we need to bet.
maybe mixing.
Got one though, right? Paired board, you bet small. And check.
Thing is, this is a break. Do we ever double barrel?
You're out of position. Did your equity improve?
No.
Then you don't double barrel. Easy game. Good night, Irene.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, queen high, blind feet blind is often gonna be a bluff catching.
But because it's a raised pot, we have lots of aces that go into the check call bucket on the turn.
Hold it.
Yeah.
This is probably just a limb.
Raise, no?
No? Why you wanna
Raise.
raise?
Squeam. High, low. Offsuit.
It doesn't, I don't think it's raising very much.
Queen 4, okay.
Like the way Peter put this earlier, I think was really, really good. Like you raise these hands. And as soon as you start raising, you like your offsuit six. For example, you don't really wanna raise your offsuit five, right? So you raise the suited ones instead. And then suited four, suited three, suited two, for board coverage.
Yeah,
Which
makes
is
sense.
the 6 jamming though?
So the tree is not really ever raising. Cause you wanna raise suited trees.
Yeah, it's just for,
Cause it's
for
not
life
good
bubble.
enough. It's just not good enough.
Okay.
Folding?
Early folding, occasional prank. Maybe just the kings have the occasional prank.
I don't think we frank any queens. We do,
Yeah,
bunch of them.
couple of occasional pranks there.
Raise?
Big.
Pot size, right?
Yeah, was 66 for 90.
Nice.
The deuce pair is pretty bad for us.
Yeah,
Mm,
We continue
not that
anyway.
bad after
We got
raise
top
call
pair.
pre.
we're too short. I'm jamming.
We just fire again because we got top pair and we're happy.
Yeah,
Gonna
you're
stop-
happy and
gonna
I know
stop
it punch or stack.
it.
Yeah,
Second.
fire it in there.
Real?
Oh,
Yeah, GG.
let's do it again.
What a cooler.
Pair queen, pair three. And then we should probably bet one here, but. I don't have a spade.
We have a heart, but yeah,
We bet most of the time when we raise, so we can see that. We should see better.
check a bit small.
Yeah. Flush is bad for us. Paired board
Yeah.
is bad for us. Ace is good for us. This is a really tough spot, but I don't think we're gonna win if we check back.
Yeah, but we don't have a spade to barrel.
Yeah, we don't have any equity. Like this is probably just a give up, even though the
Check.
ace is so good for us.
I think one spade, we should try it.
Yeah, well, then we have equity, right? We pick up equity. All right, now we pick up showdown. Easy check back. Just beat king
Check
high.
call. Or block.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta block it. Ah, very funny.
He showed us.
Throw it away.
And folding in.
So it's
What
an easy
happened?
fold, but I feel like calling up is bullshit.
One call,
It
check,
is.
check.
So I would always fold here. I think no one sane would ever do that. But I don't think we can let the solver run us over.
Well, we would have lost maybe.
No,
Look at him. Oh my goodness, how can he
course.
raise the queen here? Oh my goodness.
I was gonna say you should probably have some queen X for value.
Oh my gosh.
Cause we bet one, man. We told him we don't have anything. Go ahead and value on your, our soul with your queen.
Queen four. Limp.
Same as queen 3 earlier. Fold.
And then limp fold, and then we can play back maybe with queen five. Offsuit seven. We raise a lot or do we limp more with this? I think we raise here.
One's along the connected axis, you're gonna
Connector.
call more,
Yeah,
but raising's also fine.
Offsuit eight, offsuit seven, these rows are raising a lot. Okay,
But
say limp.
like I would rather raise 8-5 here than 8-7 because 8-7 is gonna realize its equity better.
So along the connector axis calls a
Yeah.
lot.
So yeah, like if you look at Yeah, like Jack
Like
8 lets the
10-7.
spade flop,
Hmm.
right? Yeah.
That's
So
50,
we bet.
maybe small.
No spade, no ace on a board we raised. I mean, might be a range bet, 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, cuz I don't wanna bet, I wanna check with my eight, right? Marginal main.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, you could bet one, right?
I think
One
we,
or two?
no, I don't
One,
think it's gonna be
two?
one. We raise pre-flop, so we don't really have ones. I think it's gonna be like, some more like two.
Yeah, 1's okay too. Like ace 8-3 is so disconnected. And check.
Gross. I would have ran out of. Oh, I lost anyway.
Yeah,
Check call. Do we block? Or do we
Check.
bet for value?
blocking seems better. I think blocking I like.
Block the straight at the 7.
Okay, bigger. Just value bets.
Value, yeah. Okay, now we're
He has this straight,
Fold.
even if
Yes,
we
I
block
must.
it. I think we call because we don't block the spade. And we block the straight.
Thanks,
Louis,
Flex.
oh, you have to be right a lot here to make this call. Like I don't think you're right often enough.
Do you think we
Yeah.
have enough aces here, Pete?
Yeah,
To
for
defend?
sure we do. We have tons of aces that check back that don't have a spade.
I feel like it could be a good call, but. I see why it wouldn't be a reasonable call.
He'll still have like. What's his thinnest value bet here? Uh,
There.
Yeah. Maybe ace queen.
So let's see, how often does he check an ace?
Probably only the strongest will raise pre.
That's what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking he mostly only has. When he checks back the turn, no aces at all. That's why in my mind it's close, cuz. He has no aces, then what? We block
What
the
is
straight, so it's
you have
like
two
he shows
pairs?
us a straight, but. We block it with the 7. So if we didn't block it, I see we could go either way, but blocking it, I think we must call. Watch the EV minus. Are you ready?
I think we're mixing, but
Oh, look at
Oh
this.
my gosh, that's printing.
Cause we don't
Yeah.
have a spade and we block the straights. We just got a call. We don't have enough aces.
Strong read,
It's-
Louis, strong read.
Blind versus blind too.
you're good at finding these ones.
oh, he does have an
Yeah, two
ace.
pair.
But finding two pairs too.
Ace six makes so much sense, but like, you can't always have ace six, surely.
No, no, no.
Except for in game when they always have ace six
Yeah.
or 6-8.
Hmm.
Nothing makes sense. It's only the rivered set. I call rivered set. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if you do the database work, you'll realize calling river raises is never a positive EV play. Just fold the second nuts.
Yeah.
I'm very bluffable on the river.
So we should bet here.
Yeah, this hand is like attractive backdoors. And the ace high board is very good for our range. Ace king high is very good for our range.
Yeah, I think it's like, this texture, we
We
just. bet
We
more.
can clearly get better to fold like we have eight high. All right, that's our card. Let's go. Overbet.
Go gas, pot no or half. 7.5.
Yeah, 150 seems good. Blocking the
No.
river straight is a really big deal. Like it's blocking diamonds is bad, but if you're gonna block diamonds, you'd rather have low diamonds than high diamonds. We still have better to fold. He still has like weak kings, Broadway draws that we lose to if we check that, like Queen Jack type stuff.
He has better
Uh,
diamonds.
yeah, definitely. I wanna punt it. Let's go. Give
We
away
punt,
first.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think so as well.
Occasionally
Oh.
giving him.
Oh,
Oh. It's not a
oh,
punt.
But the
it's
EV is
punt.
not too bad.
EV's not that bad. I swear to God, if he was Queen 10.
8-7. He called that oversized turn bet with a 7, third pair.
It's not afraid.
Filthy
Really, can we
ass.
look at our river strategy there? Because I think turn strategy was pretty intuitive for me, and it sounded like for at least a couple other people. But then how do we decide
Crazy
what
we
we give
didn't
up with?
bluff, right?
Yeah, I kind of think that this hand just needs to go for it.
All the diamonds give up.
Mostly. So it's interesting seeing 5-4, 5-3 go for it. So that's bluffing with a five, I guess, to protect against his two pairs and
Better
sets.
blocker.
Like
It
we
blocks
don't want
us.
him just like reaching the river with ace five and then being like, I'm good. Let's go. And then 6-4 is okay even if it has one diamond, but we give up with 6-4 with two diamonds.
Yeah, one heuristic that tends to hold up is you can't really bluff your worst blockers. And like 9-5 of diamonds, sorry, 9-4 of diamonds. It's like, well, I guess you blocked the straight, but.
Well, that was what I thought.
Those are
Like
just cards you
it's
want him to have, right?
it's pretty feasible for us to have, or for him to have that straight, and we really want to block that. But yeah, I was like more looking at like there's better stuff that we can get to fold. We're still kind of bottom of range-ish. It's just not doing that much bluffing here at all.
Hmm.
Queen three, I guess we check. We limp, I mean. You're. 9-8-4, not a pretty good board for him, not great for us. Should check.
Taking this as well.
I don't think I'm calling queen nine.
Yeah, because this hand doesn't have very attractive like drawing potential. Like, what turn are you hoping to see?
Ten.
Yep, I'd rather call it 10 because then it has more straight interaction.
Or 7, a 7.
Yep,
So we limp.
limp again.
Just a limp. I would bet 2 or 3.
Spade and your worst jack.
Check here.
I don't think we can check much jacks.
You're gonna
We have
put
to
a
have some
jack-
top pairs and a
jack
check.
in your. You're gonna put a jack in your checking range. This is a good one. You can pick up equity with a 5 or a 6,
There's
and
no
it
way.
doesn't beat any other jacks.
There's no way. I don't think we can ever check here. Ah,
Yes, we can.
very surprising. You're right, Pete.
You don't have a spade, you can pick up equity with a 5 or a 6, and you don't beat any other jacks. And the flop goes check, check, and we get this very bricky 9.
So now we bet big. Now we gotta go.
Now we bet 4.5.
3 or 4.
Yeah, I can see going around pot or more. Okay, so pot
Good
is in
check.
there, but not 150.
Not quite.
Likes to check those. Even. Maybe go under a value on the river.
Oh my god.
Should
I
we
think we
value
just still
bet?
have the best hand a lot. Yeah, maybe value bet. I'm torn between 1 and 2.5.
This is probably 210, but I like it.
I'm checking it.
No, that's fine. Well,
I
because
think it's
like
better.
you just do some hand reading. Like it just looks like he has like a 3 or a 7 a lot, like really weak stuff. Like
Yeah.
he has some spades here, but definitely some of his spades have bet at this point, have taken aggressive action. The queen, like what queens does he show up with?
Yeah, I could have. Yeah. Now it's a fold. No.
Show us the 10-8.
Oh my god.
Or just queen 10 or something.
In game, this is a pure fold. In solver land, it's a marginal call.
What a ridiculous hand.
7 deuce.
He tried
He
us.
bluffed with a pair.
Yeah, he tried us. And he got hurt.
Everybody
Raise?
hurt.
Maybe they. Bet 20. We have the spade, we have the 5. Seems like a good one. No? Can check. Oh. Wasn't expecting that. Guess we continue once. Good spade?
Doesn't get any better.
So we call again and we fold river, Roger?
I think, yeah, I think we have to call, but I'm already thinking about folding this spot, but I think we have to call.
You should always call because sometimes it goes check, check here and you win.
Yeah. Could have jack.
Alright, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody.